So it's Wednesday again today, and as usual, it's Ask Garrett Anything. So today's question, I've got a very cute and interesting question from my work colleague Hilary. So if you're watching this, please stop being afraid, okay? So her question goes like this. Hey Garrett, how can I actually get rid of fear of ghosts or the unseeable energies that we say, or we call them ghosts because of things that we can't see, okay? So before I head into the question of the day, Namo Adesh, my name is Garrett. My mission as a life coach and a law of attraction coach is to help people realize their infinite potential by tapping into spirituality, the law of attraction, and feng shui. So I'm very blessed to be trained under a Himalayan yogi who's taught me the ways of the yogic teachings as well as spirituality. So spirituality is everything, one umbrella, and it's really teach us and very beneficial for our day-to-day living, okay? Because it helps us so much in life if we know how to use all this knowledge, okay? So straight into the question. So a question, how to get rid of fear of the ghosts or the unseeable, okay? So first we must understand the word fear. Fear is based on something that we experience, okay? So, or it could be due to the lack of understanding of a certain topic that causes us fear. And it could also be due to the programming that we've been experiencing, okay? So these 3 points are. So when she mentioned about this thing about ghosts and about these experiences, so I was asking her why did she had this so-called fear of ghosts. So she told me, because I've been watching a lot of horror films, a lot of haunted movies, a lot of and she has a lot of friends that can feel energies, that are a lot more empathic, they're more sensitive to energies. So whenever they go out with these friends, the friends would spook her out, would tell her, suddenly I probably need to get out of this place because if I feel the energy is coming at me. So things like that makes her worried. So this colleague of mine, Hilary, she's also I would say quite empathic, and she's also able to do lucid dreaming. So if you don't know what lucid dreaming is basically you go into a state of dream, you go into dream dimensions, and you're able to sort of navigate your own dreams. So basically you can detect your dreams to a certain direction that you set your intent to, okay? So that's a pretty high state of dreaming, so we call it lucid dreaming, okay? So when you're able to go into lucid dreaming, that means you've got certain set of permissions in the spiritual realm already. So she's pretty gifted, if I would say that, okay? So of course there's other ways that you could get into lucid dreaming by medication, or you could also do certain set of guided meditations to get you into state of lucid dreaming. However, she's doing it just by sleeping, and she's got no prior training or whatsoever. So that's why I'm saying that she's relatively gifted in these aspects of her life. So she's told me that her experiences in her dreams are, she often dream about her ancestral great-grandma or her grandma, I would say. So she will always be reminded that her grandmother has passed on, or that she's always recalling that about bad experiences of her death of her great-grandmother or her grandmother, okay? So the fact that she's always dreaming of certain things, and she's always watching all these horror films, and horror films, like, I mean, every aspect of it is like I would say, is a lot of it is made to scare people. Well, of course, if you were to encounter, like I say, spiritual or ghosts or energies or any entities that you can't see, if you were to feel it, of course, if you feel it and you can't see it, you definitely, most people who don't have the understanding of spiritual energies, right, they would be afraid and they'll get scared, because anything that we can't see or can't really tell, explain, we get scared. Because why? Lack of understanding, you see. So straight away the mind kicks in. The mind would straight away kick in and say, this is not right. This is something that doesn't, the logical thinking can't explain, you see. Or secondly, when you got this kind of logical thinking kicked in, then with the added attention from all the horror films that's make-believe, that's always telling you, a ghost energy or a ghostly entity is always here to hurt you, always here to harm you. However, that may not be true. You know why? Because if you understand, if you understand energies, not all energies are meant to hurt you, because certain energies are positive energies. They may be energies like hers, who is a great-grandmother or her grandmother that has passed on, could be her spirit guides, are here to perhaps tell her a certain message or to let her know that she requires a certain set of healing. Based on my intuitive feeling that I'm getting from her is that the great-grandmother has a message for her to let go, to actually stop beating herself up, because she felt sorry that she wasn't there when her grandmother or her great-grandmother passed on, you see. So she wanted to move this. I think her great-grandmother or her grandmother wanted her to know that it's okay to let go of this memory, because she don't hold it against her. That's what I'm getting from the whole intuition coming from my higher self, you see. So that's why I'm saying a lot of these things, how do I get rid of all this fear, is to first know, to really understand the truth behind things before you make judgment. Because certain things, when we make judgment, when our brains start to make past judgment especially, and we believe the things that we watch on films, we believe the things that we hear from people, not necessarily from the experiences that we get, you see. We make stories up to scare ourselves, you see. So of course there's a lot of other ways to actually get rid of fear. We could also do NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, which we can actually tap into the subconscious through guided meditations, and to actually trigger the subconscious mind to replace the fear with another set of memories that could actually override that fear. So NLP is also one of the ways to actually help to get rid of the fear. However, I tend to want her to strengthen her mindset so that she's able to take on all this challenge, you see. Because based on my gut feeling is that she is meant for greatness because of this gift that she was given, and by having this gift she's able to help people as well. So I'm always highly encouraging her to actually train yourself, go into meditation, try to push yourself to get rid of the fear. So poor girl was so afraid that I was telling her all my past memories about all the experiences that I had with energies, all the experiences that I've encountered so far during my spiritual awakening process, as well as a lot of spiritual talks that I always talk to her about. So I told her nothing in life is a coincidence, you see. Everything is so carefully calculated by the universe that sometimes it's frightening to even know about it. So I even told her that by chance of me hiring her together with my boss into the company is not a coincidence as well. So I told her, even to the point right now when I was talking to her about spirituality, is not a mere coincidence, because poor girl has been sleeping with her night lights on for years and she couldn't sleep without it fully off. She can't sleep in pure darkness because of certain experiences she encountered before, that she heard certain sounds whenever she's sleeping alone in the house. So things like that. So you see, I told her that there's a lot of ways that she needs to encounter, especially when she also tries to recall all the memories that she had in the dreams. So I told her to actually keep a journal of the dreams that she had encountered over the night, you see. So I wanted her to start taking journals every time when she wake up from her dreams, so that at least she could better recall the contents of it, as well as being able to let it go entirely by going through a fire ceremony. So basically, once she recalled to a certain level of or a certain number of dreams throughout the whole process of perhaps maybe 2 to 3 months, then burn that journal away. So basically to let go. So once you burn it through fire, or fire is actually one very powerful source of energy. So once you let it go, all these negative entities of negative experiences would go away with the fire. Yeah. So this I thought that I'll create a very short and interesting way to actually get rid of fear. There's also many other ways to go about, but to erase the word fear, you need to, especially fear for ghosts or any unseen energies, is basically for you to first understand. So we must understand that all unseen energies may not necessarily mean harm to you. You see, so I even told her that a lot of us, whenever, even take for instance, because all these divine energies, right, they live through us. You see, they many different times they are able to channel information through us as well. Sometimes we say things, it may even sound crazy. Sometimes we talk about things, or we create certain set of topics, or when we talk about certain things in life, we talk to certain people in life, certain things aren't fully what we say or aren't fully coming out from us. Yes, it may sound ridiculous to you, but it is true. Think of these certain incidents whereby when you're trying to think of a certain thing, when at work you can't think of an idea, and all of a sudden when you're doing certain things, maybe you're grabbing a water or you're going to the toilet, suddenly you thought of that idea without even having the intent to think of that idea. So is that something that is truly thought by you, or is that idea being put into your mind? You see, because if you to understand, the brain is a prehistoric machine, and all machine, if you know, especially a PC, our brains is just like a CPU. You see, so it comes with all the necessary hardware. You see, and all the softwares that's been put in this brain, is put in this PC. Okay, has been programmed throughout your lifetime. See, so whatever new information that's coming in, is it something that is taught by you? Think about it. So it's an information that's been downloaded into you. Okay, and where is it downloading it from? So this is one beautiful message that I wanted her to know about. So to help her get rid of the fear by giving her more understanding, more in-depth understanding into spirituality as well as science. Okay, so I hope you guys learn something from this video. Okay, and if you do, please be sure to hit like, subscribe, and I'm dedicated to make 4 videos a week. So if you are interested to ask certain set of questions, please feel free to drop questions to the email that I've dropped in underneath my description box. And it's also always nice to know where you're tuning in from, so please be sure to let me know where you're tuning in from. It's always nice to connect. Okay, so with that, I end my video off for today. Namo Dash.